Alright, what's up, Craigslist? Just making this video. I'm about to sell my PC on Craigslist, and obviously one of the things that a lot of people get nervous about buying things on Craigslist is, is what you're getting. Is it a lemon? Does it work? Are they selling you junk parts? Just trying to make a quick buck. So I'm just making this video not to kind of show off any, PC building skills or cable management skills, but mostly just to show you that these are good parts. It's not a crap PC that you're going to waste your money on, but it's actually good, highly functioning PC. And if you buy it, you're not going to be, like I said, buying a lemon. So just kind of taking it apart, and then I will be just kind of cleaning it up for you before I sell it. So that's all I'm doing here. I know the cable management wasn't great. This was, not a super high-end build, but it is very, very good. Ryzen 7 2700X CPU. Which is 8-core, 16-thread processor. So it's a multitasking beast. And I'll show you guys those parts once I get them out. Maybe not the CPU. I'm not sure if I really want to take off the CPU cooler, and I don't actually have any more thermal paste to put on there. So I took it off and kind of be crap out of luck. So saw the panels come off, in case you care. So if you do buy this, you can obviously clean it up for yourself, readdress some of the cable management. So I didn't point this out on the back, but on the back here, that's your SSD. I got Windows running off it right now, 512 gigabyte SSD. And then down here, we got the 2 terabyte hard drive. Store your games, store all your other applications on, so plenty of space for storage. So one of the things I like most about this computer is it's not a super high-end case. You can obviously get a lot more case for your money. But what I liked about it was just the functionality. So if you look up here, you can see it's got 2 USB 3.0 ports. It's got 2 USB 2.0 ports. It got fan speed controllers for your fans. I normally just leave them on high, but you can set them to low or off. It's got your reset button, a large power button right on top, and then it's got an SD card and a mini SD card reader right on top. So really functional, makes plugging and removing things pretty easy, pretty quick. So then coming around, like I said, cable management, not the greatest in here, but as you can tell, with the way the case is, a lot of this cable management stuff is going to be hidden anyways. So all this stuff here, you're not really going to be seeing too much. So it makes cable management kind of nice, it's kind of easy. So then you got your case fan here. It's just blue LED, 2 case fans on top, blue LED, and then you got case fans in the front. And I'll show you guys this once it's plugged in, but blue LED, not RGB, but it is blue. You got your Wraith Prism CPU cooler that comes with the Ryzen 2700X. Good stock cooler. You don't need to upgrade it at all. You can easily overclock this CPU if you need to. I have not needed to. I did overclock it once just to 4 gigahertz just to see how it would run. Ran perfectly fine, and then I dropped it back down to auto. I haven't found any need to maintain it in an overclock. I don't play any type of too intensive games. I mean, I do like to esports, MMOs and stuff like that, and it runs all of it perfectly fine, 100 frames per second. This is your graphics card. I got the Sapphire Nitro Plus 50th anniversary edition, so the gold color is nice. Like I said, well over 100 frames per second. I've never seen a single title that won't run over 60 frames per second in 1080p. That's all I have. I don't have a 4K monitors or anything, so I can't really speak too much on that, but I don't think it would do too terribly, in 1440p or something to that effect. 4K, I'm not, I don't want to speak on that, but it handles every game I've thrown at it very well. It's a multitasking beast. Like I said, that CPU, 8 cores, 16 threads. It'll handle anything that you need. I'll post the Cinebench scores and stuff that I ran, but multi-threaded Cinebench score of over 4,000 points. And then in here I got 2 Corsair Vengeance, 8 gigabit sticks of RAM, so 16 gigs total, 3,000 megahertz. And then the board, you can't really see it too well. It's an ASRock X470 Master SLI AC. So Wi-Fi is included, and I didn't point that out, but I was taking those off at the beginning of the video. So if you turn around, you got your Wi-Fi right here. Got your 2 Wi-Fi antennas that just go right there. Makes it a breeze. And then at the back, a lot of connectivity. The nice thing about this this GPU, which is kind of hard to see, and again, I apologize for the actual filming of this. I'm just using my phone here in my workshop. But what's nice about this is not every graphics card comes with 2 HDMI ports in the back. This one does. So I run dual monitors off the HDMI, so makes that very easy. Also has 2 display ports and then a VGA if for whatever reason you want to go VGA, feel free. But that's there. So and then also, again, we talked about the cable management in the front, how it was being blocked by a lot of that case. Back here as well, this is just a solid piece for the back plate. So again, cable management, super easy. You don't have to really take it too serious because you have a lot of room to work with. And then one last thing down here. So the CPU, or I'm sorry, the PSU, the power supply. I have a Roswell ARC 550, so 550 watt power supply, 80 plus bronze. It is not modular, so again, cable management becomes an issue because it's a non-modular PSU, but it handles everything. I've never had an issue with power. It gets plenty of power. So, so that's the PC. Like I said, I'm going to go ahead and try to clean up some of this cable management, and then I will get it powered up so you can see the lights, make sure everything works. I'll throw up, probably going to put the PC part picker listing on there so you can see that I'm not, gouging anybody. It's a slightly used computer. I've had it for probably a month and a half now. The main reason that I'm trying to sell it is I like building computers. And unfortunately, I don't make enough money to just be Linus Tech Tips and have a warehouse full of computer parts. So build them, sell them, and then build another one, use it, sell it. I built my kids a computer just recently, a Ryzen 3 2200G. I had an old Sapphire RX 570, so this is the RX 590, but I had a 570 in here. Once I got this, which I only got about maybe 3 days ago, put it in. So this is brand new. I replaced this, gave my kids the RX 570, and that's in their computer. They do homeschooling, so and Fortnite, of course, what kid wouldn't? So that's the PC, and I'll try to get this cleaned up, and then, like I said, throw some other pics on there, and then obviously feel free to shoot me a text message if you have any other questions. But that's all I got, guys. See ya. So just real quick, again, before I start putting this back in there, I just wanted to show you the graphics card up close. I think it's one of the prettiest graphics cards I've ever seen. Now, obviously, that's not everything. Performance is important, but you know, everybody wants stuff that looks good. So the 50th anniversary gold edition, white LED lights. Also right here, the sapphire, it lights up white LEDs. So you got a beautiful gold and white finish on it. But man, just it's something to look at. So like I said, one of the prettiest graphics cards I've ever seen. That's obviously what enticed me about it. It does perform well, but yeah, just so you guys can see it, even the back plate, gold and silver finish, it's just beautiful. All right, so back with just a quick update. Just got done sort of fixing up some of the cable management. I'm not completely finished yet, but just wanted to give a quick update so you can see sort of cleaned up a little of the cable area here, kind of pulled some of the fan wires out of the way, tucked those back up into here, and then sort of cleaned up the GPU portion of it. So before I get kind of cleaned up the back just a little bit, just kind of, I'll get some of this stuff tied off as well, but just, you know, make sure it's a little bit cleaner coming through here. But again, this backside is completely covered, so not the biggest deal in the world. But just wanted to plug it in, make sure that the power, you know, I didn't mix any wires or anything, so just got it plugged into the wall. So coming on with the power, and right away you can see back here, we got the motherboard. It does have RGB, so you can see it's just in that in the chipset area, kind of breathing that white light. So the power is connected properly there. That's a good thing. So then just coming on with it, and you can see everything's lighting up. So again, the Wraith Prism CPU cooler, beautiful. You can set that whatever color you like. I like the white and the blue, but you obviously, you know, the blue lights you can't do anything with. Like I said, you have the one LED back here. You have the two LEDs up top, and then you have the LED fans in the front as well, blue. So there you go, just so you guys can see everything works. And again, I'm going to finish zip tying off all the stuff that all the hanging wires, just to make sure that it's clean and ready for you. But again, like I said, you got the sapphire lights up. Sorry, I kind of skipped over this. And then you can see down in the bottom the white LEDs glowing. So just a really pretty graphics card. But all right, see you. All right, so just one quick update before, again, like I said, I finished closing this thing up. So ran into a bit of a snag right here. The SSD, if you remember, was right here. Had a little bit of an issue getting the case closed because before I had the power cable just running up through the front of the case. When I moved it to the back here, it was difficult getting the case closed with the SSD here. So took the SSD off, moved it down here into your sort of storage trays. So now it is just sitting here below your 2 terabyte hard drive. So down there, I actually think it probably made it look a little bit nicer. Kind of took all that cable mess that was over here, brought it back down over here where there's already a mess of cables. Tucked it in down here, which again, this is all completely covered, so you won't see any of this, but it is still a little bit cleaner than it was before. Fan cables are out of the way. All right, so just one last video, just showing you guys everything put back together. So side case is on. Got your Wi-Fi antennas back on. So like I said, it's Wi-Fi. I didn't show you guys before, but so up here with a power supply and your USB, this is just a little cover that you can just lift off. So if you got nothing installed, just again, kind of make it look a little bit cleaner up there. I'll dust this off, but so you can take that off, just put it back on. Back case is back on. So there you go. And then just showing you a little bit how it looks. So again, this is really, you know, what you're going to be seeing in it. A lot of that cable is hidden. So, and again, you can set this to whatever color you prefer, but still pretty clean. look in there, not going to see a lot of those cables. So there you have it. I'm going to go hook it back up, and then I'll throw the Cinebench numbers up. Anything else that I think is applicable. And then, yeah, like I said, if you're interested, man, hit me up. And no crazy, I'm going to send you a cashier's check. None of that nonsense. I'm not scamming you. Don't scam me. So there you have it, man. Appreciate it. Peace. All right, one last update video. Let's see if everything works. Don't mind the house or the setup. We are remodeling. There it is. Everything works. Hit me up.